Thanks for coming back again. Today we're going to talk about learning to stay. And learning to stay is just learning to be with what is, what's here right now in this present moment. And as a culture, society in general, we are just, we're lost in thought. And I've already spoken a little bit about that in the last couple of talks. So this is about just, learning how to really tap into the wisdom that's in our bodies, but also learning to stay with what's here. And because we're so lost in thought, we're either, chasing the next fix to take away our pain, whether it's another vacation, another relationship, another paycheck, another, we're just always chasing. It's like, how many times do you notice that you're just lost in thought, worrying about that, getting that next fix and whatever it is. Besides that, or what we're doing is we're just having these repetitive patterns from the past of, oh, I could have done this better, or getting in these loopholes of, how I shouldn't have said this, or I shouldn't have done that, or, there's just so many different times. And this is through my own experience of how many times I can get down on myself saying, oh no, I did that wrong. I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have called that person, or maybe I should have called that person, So it's like our mind is constantly just going back and forth between pushing away and clinging, pushing away and clinging. So here's an opportunity for us when we're starting to, how I just spoke about the previous meditation before this talk is about learning how to stay with, difficult sensations in the body, whether it's pain, physical pain, or whether it's just emotions, sadness, grief, heartache. So, when we learn through, and especially, this is coming through my own experience, when I've learned how to just sit with what is and allow it to be here, which I've spoken about already, those two wings, right? The wing of awareness, recognizing what's here. And then that second wing is just allowing it, having this unconditional, just love of allowing what's here to be here, not trying to change or fix it. And when I talk about learning to stay, that's exactly it. It's how many times do you find yourself dealing with physical pain and you want to take ibuprofen to get rid of that headache, or take Tums to deal with the stomach ache, or, a bad knee, heartache and grief. And again, when we learn to stay, of course, it's like, why would I want to stay with unpleasantness? What is that going to help me with, right? And a lot of times what happens is when we're constantly pushing it away, we're not waking up to the life that's really here, right here and now. So what can happen is we can get identified with those negative thoughts, whether it's whatever it is that's coming up for us. I can get, if I'm having chronic pain, it's like, oh, this pain, I can't do this, I can't do that because this pain is just not letting me. So it's like I'm getting identified with it. I'm saying I can't do this because of this, because of my neck. Or if I'm dealing with you or me, if I'm dealing with heartache, it's like I'm dealing with heartache. I don't want to feel this. So maybe if I push it away by trying to distract myself with a different partner, or overeating, or looking at social media, there's so many different things that can take us away from the present moment. And, through my own experience, I have chronic neck pain. I have dealt with heartache and currently, almost going through heartache as well. And it hurts and it's hard. And, the chronic neck pain sometimes when I'm surfing, it hurts and it's hard. But again, if we don't just learn how to create awareness by creating space to what's here, then we're always going to constantly be running away from or being running towards something. So what I like to do for me is if I'm feeling pain, instead of just saying, oh, I have pain in my neck, what I like to do is I try to start to name it. So not just saying pain, because pain's very general, but what can I say? I'm feeling tightness. I'm feeling burning. Now, once I recognize what I'm feeling, can I allow it to be there? Just creating this space of what's here without trying to essentially get rid of it. Because really, when we have pain plus the resistance to it, that's what's going to create even more suffering. So it's like when we accept, okay, that burning, aching feeling's here. It's here. How can I be with it? How can I create space for it to be here? So when we do that, it just creates this space of allowance. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that you have to go fight your way and toughen up and just deal with that broken heart or that grief or the pain in your neck or whatever it is. It's not about toughening up at all. It's just learning to, again, create that space to what's here and just allowing it to be here. And maybe just feeling it for as long as you can, acknowledging it, letting it be seen. And then if you can't take it anymore, then go take your ibuprofen or change positions to make something a little bit easier. It's about doing things mindfully. It's not about just pushing through to take that next medicine or get that next fix. Because again, it's like, look how many people are just addicted to alcohol and drugs, sex, just social media as a distraction to get away from what's really here. Now, when we learn to just feel, like right now I keep closing my eyes because, for example, I'm feeling a little bit of bloated, my stomach's bloated. And I'm just saying to myself, bloating stomach. Can I be with this? And it's just learning how to say, yes, I can be with this. And if I can't be with it, after just sitting with it, feeling it for a little bit, acknowledging whatever pain it is you're dealing with, then it's like, okay, you go take Tums, or like I said, in reference to all the other things. You check my notes, okay? But again, when we are in touch with our body, we are in touch with the present moment. So when you are in touch just a little bit with your pain or your discomfort, you are being present with it and learning how to create space for it. And when we learn how to create space for what's here, we're like the ocean, And the emotions, the pain, physical pain, emotional pain, they're just storms that are just passing through. We bow our head. Knee pain, you're here. So instead of saying knee pain, I'll say aching knee, you're here. Can I be with you? Yes, right now I can be with you. And then if you feel it for a little while and, okay, I can't be with you anymore, I'm going to change positions, or I'm going to take an ibuprofen, or go to the chiropractor, go get surgery. So again, it's not trying to toughen your way through things, because I know as a child I would my parents would tell me, just toughen up, just deal with it, you'll be fine. It's not about just dealing with it and just toughening up. It's about just creating space to feel it, to allow it to be here. Name it. And a lot of times when we do name it, it can take its power. We take the power away from what's here when we name it. Sometimes it might magnify the pain. When you do, say, okay, burning sensation in my knee, I feel you, you're here. And sometimes it might magnify. And just, again, stay with it for as long as you can. And if the pain is too much, that's when we go into resourcing. How can you resource? If you're dealing with an emotional pain, can you call a friend? Can you go and just lay out in the sun and feel the sun against your face? Can you bring your focus to a different part of your body, a part of the body that feels good? So how could you resource yourself when you are feeling something that's too much to deal with? And looking at my notes, again, our body is not our enemy. There's so much wisdom and so much information in our bodies. And it's hard, I know, because I'm getting older and I see certain parts of myself, where I'm not as skinny anymore or as strong as I was before, athletic. And it's, when those thoughts come up as well, learning to recognize them and just creating that non-judgmental, curious attention with love. Like, why are you here? What's really going on behind this burning knee sensation? Is there anything deeper than just a sore knee? Because sometimes, a lot of people, especially trauma survivors, we hold trauma in our bodies. So that might be something to work out with a somatic facilitator or a therapist. I'm not a therapist. I'm just to help teach mindfulness and help you learn to create awareness around what's going on in your body. So I hope I was able to help you in any way, shape, or form today. Definitely comment below and like my channel if you liked my video. But again, learning to be present with just what is, creating awareness and allowing. And your body is a temple and there's so much wisdom there. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.